Okay.
Yes, Prof. I
Yeah,
can see your slide.
yeah. Let me just reshare again. There is something wrong here. Okay, so if you see my slides, so just I start. Okay, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. حمدا حامدين، حمدا شاكرين، حمدا يوافي النعمة ويكافئ ومزيد. اللهم لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Do you are hearing my voice?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, that is good. So, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, all the dear students, PG students. So, we welcome you in UIA or also in this program, which is annually organized by CPS to reconfirm identity of UIA is uh, being taken by anybody of you. So first of all, I congratulate you and also welcome you in IIUM, whereas we call it as Guardian of Knowledge and Virtue. So to be a member of this University of Guardian of Knowledge and Virtue have privilege and also burdens. Okay. Uh, Burdens, that means you need to observe this identity in every uh, walk of life. You need to remember that you are always a member of this garden of knowledge or nurture, so you don't bring any shame or anything which bring a problem to UIA and to yourself. Because if you do anything wrong, then the people say this is UIA member. Not only you, but me also. Staff also need to be careful about name of this UIA not to be tarnished by doing anything wrong. Not only that, but we need to remind ourselves always to do the good. Okay, ethical way of doing things is very, very important at home and also at campus. And everywhere, if you are dealing with anybody, also it should be. So this is, may we consider it is moral perspective of IIUM. Moral values are being strictly applied and adopted. So our discussion today, I will present maybe a few slides. So if there is any question, anything, then we discuss. My slides are very short, less than 10 slides, but a lot of different ideas are being there. So title, as you see here, Foundation of Islamic Moral System within the scientific uh, areas, scientific setting. In your case, is you are from different kulias. These kulias, we divide them into two. One of them is a medical base, five medical base, and one kulia is natural science base. So this campus of Kuantan is known by medical and also natural science-based campus. Unlike Gombak campus, there are so many different areas. But our campus is more specifically specialized. So our area is medical and also natural science. Both of these areas are very closely related to the to ethics. You cannot conduct medical practices without ethical principles. Also, to deal with the natural phenomena, uh, very ethically uh, acts are needed. Therefore, today we discuss this topic. I will go through a little bit here. This is brainstorming just to raise some questions. Why integration of knowledge and values is necessary in UIA context. University of IIUM is known to university which is aiming to integrate knowledge and values. Why it is necessary? That is the question. Number two, what are the fundamentals of Islamic moral values? Okay, so we try to answer this question. If I give you these two questions as assignment to go and do research, I'm sure you will get very good data for this. But still, you will be able to investigate even after our discussion today, which is I think around 1 hour. I'm not quite sure. It's less, huh? Sister Jahan, what is long time? It is half an hour. Yeah, I'm not hearing, but it's okay. Uh, Maybe my term is around. Maybe let me just say 1 hour or less than 1 hour. I just when Jahan stop me, then I stop. So number three say why the Islamic moral system should guide the modern science and also technology. Because science and technology, both of them without ethics is very dangerous. This morning when I come, the first thing to open was about war in Iran there because latest technology is used to destroy the nature, destroy the nation. We have example of Hiroshima, Nagasaki. That is science and technology without ethics lead to that kind of act, that kind of problems. So we need to do. Of course, in your area as medical doctor, also many cases are there where the medical doctors uh, uh, misuse their knowledge, and that will make people suffer. Even some medical doctors um, involved to cause death to their patients. Okay, and so on. So let me just say these are the three questions which will guide our discussion here. Okay, so I go to the fundamentals of Islamic moral system. Point number one is protecting the human interest, maslaha. Okay, so maslaha is the final objective of Sharia. That means Sharia one bring ethical system and also even legal system, law. Okay. Then what is the final objective? Why I need to abide by laws and also moral values. Okay. So when we put this question, our ulama said the objective is to protect your maslaha. Maslaha is Arabic term for the interest, but more wider than interest because interest here is something which maybe bring benefit to me. Okay, but the maslaha is more wider than interest. But because we cannot find exact concept of maslaha. So we put here interest. But interest also is still okay because human being know his interest. We need to highlight what are these maslaha. I will maybe mention a little bit on that. Okay. Point number 2, protection based on moral system. Okay, protection based on moral system. Moral system finally protect our maslaha. Even though which apparently seems that it is not our benefit immediately, but still it will be in our benefit in the future. Point number 3 say protection based on legal systems, that is the criminal law and also civil law and also family law. Because in Islam, we have ethics. Ethics in the beginning. Ethics, it is guidance which guide my behavior internally. So there is no punishment, but I need to abide it. Okay. For example, I do not steal personally, but if I steal, then the law come in there. So if we want to put the difference between ethics and law, ethics is internal from personal part. Law is external. That means it will be imposed from somebody. Just like our guard here, monitor our application of what we call dress code. So dress code, Sharia said that cover aura. But if I abided by that and follow Sharia, then that is ethics. But if I don't want to follow, then our guard will monitor our behavior and follow. Then now became law. Became law. I will mention maybe briefly about this also. Number 4, protection based on knowledge and also values. Okay, that means protecting human interests is the objective. So how we protect? Number 1, protection based on moral system. Number 2, protection based on legal system. Number 3, protection based on knowledge and values. So these 3 points we will mention, but the major idea here is about the maslaha or interest. That is what the Sharia or the Islamic laws aiming to protect. Okay. So this is a conceptual framework about the maslaha issue. So if Sharia or Islamic moral system aiming to protect the human interest, then what are the basic concepts when I am trying to study in the books of this system? I think the major idea which you see there is the concept of Sharia. Okay. Sharia or Shara. Shara. Shara is to legislate. The term legislate is used by law people. In parliament, parliament is a body who legislates the laws. In Islam, parliament legislates the laws, but within the umbrella of Islam itself. So parliament cannot legislate something which is against Sharia. So the idea of Sharia here is the whole legislative system which establishes the philosophy and also policy of halal and haram in Islam. That is permission and prohibitions. So this term is very important for you because right now, when you are practicing your medical practices, for example, let us say you became medical doctor, then go to hospital. So hospital, there are rules, policies, do and don'ts. Okay. So do and don'ts here is we call it legislation. So different names are there. maybe you say policies, maybe you say regulations, maybe you say law, maybe you say constitution. Constitution is the highest, which is determine the basics of the country. Legislation, we call it. Not legislation, it is constitution. Constitution. So below the constitution, then laws. Laws are there. Okay. Constitution and law, both of them need to be approved by the uh, by the parliament. By the parliament. For the constitution, not only parliament, but also need to maybe survey the nation, the whole nation. Okay, it is will be approved by the parliament first, but also we need to see the view of the nation. All nation need to vote. Do you like this constitution or not? That means the highest law in the country is a constitution. Okay, that means need to be approved by the whole nation. And then the second below that law is, we call it law. Okay, this law is to be approved by the parliament. Okay, and then below law, maybe we have regulations. Regulations like our constitution, UIA constitution. So this will be approved by the university authorities, the top authorities. Okay. Then maybe we have policies. Policies like our UIA policies also. Policies which are guiding maybe Mahalla issues, okay, or organizing certain. That means according to the who the power to prove this, then we give the name. Okay, the highest is a constitution. Below constitution is a law. Below law, rules. Below rules, policies, and so on. So down there, I think this system you never get it because usually you are medical doctor, you have nothing related to the legal system. So me personally, because I study law, my first degree is a law and Sharia. So I know the legal system altogether. Okay. So that is maybe term number one. Sister Jehan, I usually very long talking person. So let me just understand how long we should talk so I can touch and go. Sister Jehan, you are hearing me? Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
Yes.
Sister Jehan maybe not
Yes,
around,
Prof.
but yeah, Jehan ada? Or the student group, somebody knows how long I should talk. Maybe they send in the message, but I already forgot. If half an hour, then already, mashallah, only 10 minutes or 14, 15 minutes left. Somebody knows how long I should talk.
Doctor, should be 8:30 until 10:30.
10:30. That means 1 hour. 8:30, then, huh?
Should be started 8:30 until 10:30, but since postponed, I'm not sure when is the time frame.
Yeah, 8:30, 10:30, that is a long time. I think this is maybe two people talk. But never mind, I will talk until Johannes stop me.
Yes,
But
Prof. Me here.
yeah,
So
I'm
your
just
slot
saying
is
that
two
how long I
hours,
should
Prof.
talk. Huh?
Your slot is 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yes. If let's say you
Wow,
start at
yeah.
9:30, so we'll be finished at
Yeah. It's a bit
11:30.
okay. Then I take my rest now. I slowly go.
Okay.
No need
Okay.
to hurry up. I thought it is just half an hour or 1 hour.
Yeah. 2 hours.
2 hours and enough. So right
Okay.
now I'm just talking about the conceptual framework of Islamic moral system or legal system or ethical system, because ethics and morality in Islam the same. Even law also, Islamic law, the ground floor of the Islamic law is the ethics. So if the person is not abided by the ethics, then the law come in. Okay, law come in to take action. So in Islam, unlike the other religions like Christianity, this usually they don't have law. Okay, law, all ethical. So when we say law, that means it is set it by somebody or set it by Sharia, but by scriptures, but still somebody need to apply, to monitor and apply. Just like, for example, traffic law. If I didn't follow the law, there is police to catch us, and then take us uh, to the court. So in this case, law needs somebody to guard. Ethics, no. Ethics, no need. Ethics is only you yourself observe. If you didn't observe, then only God can punish you. Nobody punish you here in this life. I think this is maybe one of the also basic differences between ethics and law. Earlier I said ethic is internal. Internal. That means come from within. Come from within. But law, no, external. Somebody impose from outside. From outside. So if I didn't abide law, usually I will get punishing. Here, practical punishing in this world. But in case if I violate ethical principles, no punishment here. Only punishment in the akhirah. Maybe I go to hell, go to Jahannam. Okay. So if we want to list down the differences between ethics and law, then we can see this. But right now, because I'm already talking about the conceptual framework, so we have certain terms to talk about it very shortly, because we follow Islamic teachings. Okay, I know some of you, maybe we have non-Muslim students also, but as far as you are in UIA, then we follow rules set it by the authorities based on Islamic system. So you need, maybe this is chance also to learn other religious concepts. In the comparative religion, we study different religions. So at least to understand the people who follow that religion more better. So one of the basic terms here is a Sharia or Shara. Sharia is the whole legislation system which establishes the philosophy and also policy of halal and haram. That means permission and prohibition. I told you that this legislation system has a system from top to bottom. Top is we call it as constitution. The country has constitution. Constitution is the most strongest law which determine the basics of the country. And this usually being set it by parliament, but need approval also from the whole nation. Whole nation will be involved to say we like this constitution or we dislike. So the power to approve constitution is a nation, the whole nation. Below that, then we have laws. Okay, law. The different laws. In Malaysia, we have criminal law. There is other laws. There are so many laws. So who established this law is the parliament. Parliament need to approve it, set it, and then approve. Sometimes the power of approval may be 2/3 of the parliament. 2/3 of the parliament. So this will be below the constitution. Okay, after constitution, below the law is below the constitution. After law, then we go to rules and regulations. rules and regulations. This also, it is set it maybe by more lower group. For example, if any thing, it is set it by the ministry, not the parliament, okay, to manage its own ministry, like Ministry of Interior Ministry or Foreign Ministry. They set some kind of rules to guide their minister. Then we consider rule. It is not law. No need approval of the parliament. But this one, no, it is set it by the ministry itself. So this is below law, below law. Then after rules and regulations, maybe come also what we call as policies. So UIA, we have a lot of policies. Okay. So these policies guiding maybe, first it is set it by authority who are less than ministry maybe. Okay. We are here in UIA, we are under Ministry of Higher Education. So whatever we set to guide ourselves, for example, student behavior, whatever is it, then we call policy. Okay, policies. So this policy need to be approved maybe by Senate, by Senate and so on. So brothers and sisters, I'm just shifting your attention about the law system, legal system. And moral values are within legal system in Islam because values are ground floor of the legal system. Okay, something very important is established law to protect. It is ethics, but later we need to make it legal. For example, stealing money of people. In the beginning, it is moral issue. So don't steal, don't steal. Islam said don't steal. But if I continue stealing, then Islam bring what we call today as hudud law. My hand will be potong. Okay, strictly. Okay. So what I mean here is law and ethics go together here. Number two concept of fiqh. Fiqh is the method of deducing the legal rules from their sources. Legal rules here is do and don'ts. Do and don'ts. We have 5 levels I will mention down there. Okay. Do and don'ts in English is just 1 level. Either I do or I don't do. But in Islam, no. In Islam, do and don'ts are 5 levels. 5 levels. Okay. The top level is something which is necessary to be done. Necessary to be done. And that we call it wajib. Wajib. Just like every Muslim need to pray, need to fasting. So in it we call wajib. Wajib is a top required one. So this is number 1. Below wajib, that is the things which is required. Maybe we have mandub. I will mention down maybe, but I'm anticipating to mention about the fiqh. So fiqh, we say that method of deducing the legal rules from their sources. So what are the legal rules? If you have this slide, maybe you can underline the legal rules here. So what are the legal rules? Are do and don'ts. Do and don't do. Okay. Permissions and prohibitions. And these 5 levels I will mention down there. Generally, maybe I mention wajib, mandub. Mandub in Malaysia you call sunnah, below wajib. Then in the middle we have what we call as mubah. Mubah is a harus. Okay. Below mubah we have makruh. Something need to be avoided, but not so strictly. And then below makruh, if I ask some of you, then you know that is haram. Haram is the last one. That means in Islam, actually legal system is very wide, unlike the conventional one. So here said fiqh is the method of deducing. That means to do hukum shari. For example, I want to say that this one is haram. smoking is haram. So how I go to this conclusion, how I say haram, for example. Okay. So this is, we call it fiqh now. The method which I follow to conclude, to say this is haram is, we call it fiqh now. But this fiqh is, I deduce the rule from the sources of the fiqh itself. What are sources? Sources, we have two basic sources or three, and then we have supporting one. I will mention this very general. Number one, we have Quran. If Quran says this is haram, then should be haram. Then below Quran, I'm talking about the sources now, brothers and sisters. Below Quran is the first. That means if I want to know something haram or halal, then I need to go to Quran first. I read Quran, then I cannot find. Then next, go to Sunnah. Go to Sunnah. Sunnah Nabi. Sunnah is the practices and sayings of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If I cannot find in Sunnah, then I will go to what we call views of Muslim ulama who agreed all together. That is, we call it ijma, congregation of the Muslim. That means something all Muslim ulama say it is haram. Then I follow them. But if not all, then I will take my own view also. But if they agree, then we call it ijma. Ijma is the congregation. All of them agree. And therefore, brothers and sisters, fiqh here means the method of deducing, deducting the legal rules from their sources. What their sources? Their source I mentioned right now, Quran, Sunnah, Ijma. These are the basic sources. But we have sub-sources. Okay, so if I cannot find in Quran, I cannot find in Sunnah, I cannot find in Ijma. Muslim ulama also didn't say anything. For example, today we have many new things which earlier ulama didn't say anything. Okay, for example, genetic modification. Okay, or what we call as transplanting, organ transplantation. Earlier ulama, they don't have this technology. Is it possible for me to borrow organ from pig, from khinzir, to put inside the human being? So to say this, we go to Quran. Quran says khinzir is haram, but transferring the organ is Quran didn't talk about. Go to Sunnah, also I cannot find. Go to ulama. Earlier ulama didn't mention because organ transplantation, their time is not applied. So what I should do now? Then this is number 4. We say that this is ittihad. Ittihad means I do my own view. So if I ask you in exam, for example, what are the sources of hukum shara'i? Okay, hukum shara'i here is a legal rules in Islam. Then you must say Quran, Sunnah, Ijma. Ijma is a congregation of the ulama. And number 4 may be Ittihad. Ittihad is to do your own view based on guidelines and principles provided by Quran and Sunnah. So the issue which I am right now giving as example, organ transplantation. So is it possible for me to
Salam, Prof.
transplant? Yes?
The slides not changed. Is it still the page at the conceptual framework of Islamic moral system,
Yeah, I'm
or
getting
they
stuck.
change, Prof?
Of course, I get stuck there. Yeah, I'm not changing. Why? Because I'm still talking about the fiqh. How many numbers
Okay,
you have
okay.
there? Yeah, my mind is not scientific mind. I am Islamic. So usually we take just one idea and then we talk about it. Huh? So you need to record. Science, no. Science, touch and go, touch and go. So you see. So as you see, actually the whole this talk is just seven slides. See? See, only 7 slides I have. So each slide is like book, like book, whole book. Yeah, you are correct, Sister Jahan. I am getting stuck. Get stuck in page number 4 here. Yeah, if you follow me in scientific way, then I should move. But no, I am just get stuck. I stuck here. I have eight concepts. Concept number 1 is what? Sharia. Sister Jihan, you are hearing me, or our other sisters and brothers?
Yes,
So,
Prof.
concept number 1 is Sharia. Concept number 2 is fiqh. Concept number 3, usul fiqh. Concept number 4 is maqasid Sharia. Concept number 5 is halal or mubah, we call it. And then we have haram, makruh, mashbuh or shubha. So these are the terms which I am putting in your minds as medical doctor or as you are a natural scientist, either in biology or physics, okay, or in mathematics. So these are the terms which you need to be familiar. I was getting stuck in number 2, okay. I just talking there. I was talking there. I was talking about the legal rules in Islam. There are 5. Then what are the sources? Sources of rules, to detect the rules. Okay, I mentioned 3 basic plus some others. Plus here include ijtihad and the other what you call as. So if I want to test you, then I test you on this. Legal rules 5. What are they? Wajib. Then we call it as, in fiqh you call it as mandub. Below wajib is mandub. Below mandub, mandub in Malaysia you call sunnah because you follow the fiqh perspective or salah perspective. Okay. Below mubah, somebody will tell me what is below mubah. Yes, from those who are, you can write or you can just talk.
Makruh.
Yeah, below mubah is makruh. Below mandub is what? Below mandub. If I want to test you, in
Mubah.
this actually, those who are from Kulia of medicine, they have seminars and then they develop scenarios. And usually I'm sharing those scenarios almost last 3 years. Every year they do. They bring very case good scenarios. I hope. Just like you are working in a hospital, then this case happened to me. So how I solve? So right now, if you want to take the hukum as I mentioned, it is wajib, just like it is wajib for the Muslim doctor to do his or her best to rescue the life of the person. Wajib. Okay. So below wajib is mandub. Mandub is not necessarily, but it is recommended. Below mandub is mubah, optional. That means do it or not do the same. Below mubah will go as our sister said, it is makruh. Who knows below makruh? After makruh is what? Huh?
Haram.
Yeah, it should be haram. Haram, something which a medical doctor or you should not do as Muslim or as human being. You should not do. So these are the levels of legal rules in Islam. Okay, but these legal rules should need to be taken from sources. What are these sources? Somebody knows? Maybe I mentioned one, so you can mention the other. Maybe Quran. Rule, I got it from Quran. Rule here is to
Yes.
say wajib, mubah, makruh, haram. Wajib go with haram, maybe opposite. So from where you get, for example, drugs. Somebody using drugs. So you caught it and then take to police, to court. So you are the judge there. Then does this guy say that, why not? I should use the drug? Because please tell me from where you get to say drug haram. So what do you say now? Go to Quran. Quran didn't say anything about drug. Go
From
to
Quran.
Sunnah. Yes.
From
From
ulama
where you?
opinions.
From?
Ulama
Yeah, maybe
opinions.
ulama. Ulama is what we call the term we give to the ulama. Ijma.
Ijma.
Yeah, hikmah.
Yeah, ijma is the all Muslim ulama agree. They say, oh, drug is haram. Then I take that idea to say drug is haram because Muslim ulama say, all Muslim ulama in my time agreed. This is in Islamic context, we said it is ijma. Ijma means everybody agree. Everybody agree, not people, not the orang awam. No, ulama agree. Sister, if I cannot get ulama also not so clear. So where I should go? Yes? Yeah, true. Ijtihad. Ijtihad means I do my best. Just like actually this is the case which you are in hospital. Those who are in hospital, sometimes you need to do your ijtihad. Your ijtihad to deal with a specific case because you cannot find in Quran, you cannot find in Sunnah, you cannot find also ulama perspective. So you do your ijtihad to do hukum. Like what? Like in the patient room, then patient say, hey, first,
Ittihad or ijtihad?
Ittihad in Arabic is uh, ألف
الوحدة.
جيم تاء ها ألف دال. اتحاد.
Again.
اتحاد. Maybe I stop what we call full screen and then maybe I write اتحاد for you.
Ijtihad.
Yeah, let me I write here. So here sources of sources. Maybe I write them 1, 2, 3 so you can know them. So number one, let me turn it to Arabic here. Number one is Quran. Okay, maybe I put them. Number one is Quran. Where is Qafa? Quran, yes. Quran. Then number two, Sunnah. I write in Arabic, huh? It is good for you?
Yeah, Prof.
Yeah. Then number three, who tell me number three?
Ulama
Ulama. Yeah,
opinions.
Ijma we call it.
Yeah.
Quran. And then Ijma. Number three is Ijma. I remove one here just to make it sing skip. Quran, then Ijma. Ya Allah. Okay, here Ijma. Last one, who knows last one? Ijtihad.
Ijtihad.
Ijtihad in Arabic like this. Okay. Ijtihad.
Ijtihad. Yeah.
This is the term which you need. But if you want to write in English, of course, also I will write here so you are able to transliterate. Maybe number one is Quran. Okay. Number 2 is Sunnah. Number 3 is Ijma. Okay. Ijma. And then last one is Ijtihad. So you see this is what are these actually? Quran, Sunnah, Ijma, Ijtihad. What are these?
Sources.
Yeah, thank you very much. Sources of Hukum Shara'i. To take the Hukum Shara'i, we must depend on this. We cannot bring from our mind, except I do Ijtihad. When I do Ijtihad, then from my mind, but I will be guided by the principles of Sharia. Sources. So fiqh means the process of this, I think maybe I say method here, but process also correct. Process of deducing the legal rules from their sources. Maybe I highlight here legal rules. What are the legal rules? Somebody tell me.
5 levels.
Yes. Legal rules, how many in Islam?
5 levels.
Yeah, there are 5. Number 1 is what? Actually, you just logically put most required one is we call it wajib. Wajib. Wajibat. Wajib is satu. Then number 2 is what? Number 2, somebody knows?
Mandu.
Yeah, mandub. We call it net or mandub, but in Malaysia you call what? Sunnah. Below wajib lah. Below wajib. Number 3 is what?
Mubah.
Mubah. Something just allowed, Harus. That means not necessarily required, but if I do, it's okay. If I didn't do, also okay. Below mubah is what? Below mubah is?
Makruh.
Yeah, makruh. Makruh in madhab Imam Shafi'i is just makruh. But in madhab Imam Abu Hanifa, they have 2 levels of makruh. Okay? They say there is makruh tahriman, which is almost going to be haram. And number 2 is makruh tanzihan, which is almost going to be mubah. Example. For example, ulama believe that smoking is smoke. Some ulama say smoke is not haram, but it is makruh. If makruh, then going to be according to the term used by Mazhab Hanafi is makruh tahriman. That means almost going to be haram. Okay? So this is number 1. Makruh tanzihan. For example, eating the garlic and then come for Juma or going for meeting, eating garlic. Or let us say durian. In Malaysia, usually, durian also socially not good fruit. When you are going to meeting or going to Juma, better not to eat durian or eat garlic or onion and then go in meeting. And this is ulama called makruh. It is makruh tahriman or makruh tanzihan, brothers and sisters. Yeah, eating garlic or eating onion and go Juma or go to meeting. Ulama say makruh. It is makruh tahriman or makruh tanzihan. Tanzihan just to avoid it is bad consequences, but it should be halal.
Tansihan.
Tanzihan. Yeah, tanzihan just to avoid that it is social. So Islam, as you see here, very wide, very wide. See the hukum, legal rules in legal convention or what we call as English is just do, don't do. But in Islam, do has different levels. Do, which is wajib. Do which is mandu. Do which is mubah also. For example, Quran says, "Kulu washrabu wa la tusrifu." Eat and drink, but don't eat too much. Kulu washrabu. Okay. Eat and drink. So we consider eat here. Quran give instructions. Instructions, that means wajib, wajib, wajib. Okay. Eat and drink, but don't be excessive. Okay. Excessive. This is makruh. Who knows after makruh? Who give me after makruh?
Haram.
Haram, yes. Okay. Haram is forbidden. Haram is forbidden. And Quran itself sometimes use the term haram. For example, the ayah number 23 of Surah Nisa. Surah Nisa, ayah 23, Quran says, Hurrimat, Hurrimat, listing down the haram marriage. Haram marriage, that is, the people for the male is haram to him and marry. And then Quran use the term Hurrimat, haram. Hurrimat alaykum. Allah make it haram for you. Who are these haram? Start Quran by the mother. حرمت عليكم أمهاتكم وبناتكم وأخواتكم وعماتكم وخالاتكم وبنات الأخ وبنات الأخت. أوكي. وأمهاتكم من الرضاعة وربائبكم اللاتي في حجوركم من نسائكم اللاتي دخلتم بهن فإن لم تكونوا دخلتم بهن فلا جناح عليكم وحلائل أبنائكم من أصلابكم الذين من أصلابكم and so on. Quran mentioned here around 11 people. This is a list of haram, starting by the mother. Starting mother is haram to marry. Okay. I got actually when I'm studying ethical issues, in some communities I found the mother, the widow mother, maybe she married her own child, or they have relationship. When the guy grow and big, then the mother feel she is alone, and then only this boy is there. Then they start to make. Of course, usually this is even against the nature itself. Naturally, this is not happening. But if community has no any ethical guidance, then the haram is, or the limits of the what Quran called boundaries of halal and haram is not clear. So the people maybe marry their relative. Okay. Sometimes sister and brother marry together. I got this case also in German. But the case is very, very destructive because these two, they born children who naturally not fit. Maybe because they are too close to each other. Yes, sisters, you see now we mentioned the legal rules in Islam. Actually, it's down there. I have down there. But I'm explaining these terminologies because very important for you. Okay, we started by Sharia or Shara', and then we go to fiqh. Fiqh is a very frequently used in the medical areas and also in other areas. So I think I already explained to you. So you need to memorize, not memorize, that to understand what is fiqh. Fiqh is I say method, but I think maybe better to say process also. Okay? Yes, stroke process. Okay? Of deducing. I said deducting here, but the deducing maybe that is more better term. Okay? Deducing legal rules from their source. Legal rules are here clear. Wajib, mandub, mubah, makruh, haram. That is the Muslim, when you do ijtihad, finally you say these are the hukum shari. Okay? Legal rules here, what we call in Islam, hukum shari. Hukum? Legal rules are hukum shari. Hukum Shara'i is what the Sharia said about this. What's the Sharia rule here? So, Hukum Shara'i finally, you say wajib or mandub or mubah or makruh or haram. So, that is a Hukum Shara'i. Hukum Shara'i in Islam is 5. Okay, but this Hukum Shara'i should come from sources. What are the sources of Hukum Shara'i, brothers and sisters? What is the sources?
Al-Quran.
Yeah,
Sunnah.
Quran, Sunnah, Ijma. Ijma. These are the, this is, you call source here, we say source, but also may you say these are the preference for my hukum. When you say it is wajib, so the person say no, how you know it is wajib? Then you need to prove that wajib, either you go to Quran, or go to Sunnah, or go to Ijma, or go to Ijtihad. Ijtihad is the last one. Of course, there is what they call as not basic sources, not basic. So these are the 4, maybe the basics. The other sources, like what? Like Maslaha Mursala. I worry maybe if I go there, then we go to fiqh and you get lost. But in the context of sources, these are the basic sources. So there is sub-sources. What are sub-sources? Like Maslaha Mursala, because this term is you also sometimes you heard. That means your reference is Maslaha Mursala. Like what? Like traffic law. Then you argue with the police. You say, hey, how you just charge me because I'm driving very fast? You charge me 300. Why? Because not in Quran, not in Sunnah, not in Ijma, and no Ijtihad also here, because you are putting limiting my freedom to drive. So what is a reference for your law? So if that is the case, police say, no, this is Maslaha Mursala. Maslaha Mursala. Maslaha Mursala means what? Maslaha is public interest. Like traffic light. Traffic light is a public interest. Everybody, otherwise the people get crushed and kill each other. So you argue with the police why you put the traffic light. Let the people go freely. So the police say, no, this is Maslaha Mursala. Maslaha means what, brothers and sisters? Maslaha. I already mentioned the top there.
Public interest.
Yeah, public interest. Public, something which is benefiting the people. Benefiting the people. Benefiting the people. Mursala means what? Mursala means something benefiting the public, but not mentioned in Quran or in Sunnah. Quran didn't mention. That is the meaning of mursala. Maslaha mursala. Mursala means what, brothers and sisters? It is not being mentioned in Quran or Sunnah. Not being mentioned here means Quran didn't say alloyed or disallowed. Quran just keep quiet. Then we call it at what? Maslaha mursala. Maslaha here is public interest. Mursala means what? Yes, somebody help me. Ya Allah.
Public interest, but not mentioned in Quran and Sunnah.
Yeah, it is not being mentioned in Quran. Not being mentioned in Quran or in Sunnah also. Sunnah didn't say anything. For example, today we have traffic light. Traffic light, mashallah, in Medina there was no car. There was Makkah, no car. So Quran didn't mention. Sunnah also didn't mention. But in our time, mashallah, we have a lot of cars. So we need to do traffic light. So if somebody argue, what is a reference for this traffic light from Islamic perspective? Then you go to Quran, Quran tada. Quran not there. Go to Sunnah, Sunnah also not there. Go to Ijma, Muslim ulama across the history don't have cars. So that is never mentioned. Do ijtihad, may ijtihad agree, but more better here is maslaha mursala. Maslaha, that means there is public interest, but not being mentioned by Quran and Sunnah. That is the meaning of mursala. Okay. This is one term reference used. If you remember also istihsan. I'm just now going out about the sources here. The basic are four I mentioned here: Quran, Sunnah, Ijma, Ijtihad. But there is others actually. There's others. Who mentioned anyone? Other one, which is not basic one. These are the four basic. Others sources of hukum shara'i. We have Quran, we have Sunnah, we have Ijma, we have Ijtihad. Who tell me any other one? These are the four. Huh?
Saddu Zara'i.
Yeah, thank you very much. That means you are already, you are very big sheikh. Said this Zarai. Said this Zarai. Said this Zarai also like Maslaha Mursala. So we have, you can list down, but this is the sources which not all ulama agree. This four, everybody agree. These four, everybody say okay. Every ulama say okay. But others which not agreed by all ulama, like maslaha mursala, like number 2 istihsan. Number 3, our brother mentioned, that is saddu zara'i. Saddu zara'i means closing the door of the evil. Like what? Like forbidding the what we call as khalwa. Khalwa is male and female sitting together in a separate area. Okay. So this one is ulama said sitting with the opposite gender is not haram, but what is haram is a zina. So being alone is a door for zina. That is why they consider what you call khalwa is disallowed. Why? Because it is door to zina. In saddu zara'i. So if you say in our campus, we allow the different genders sit together, yes, in canteen and so on, but we do not allow them to be alone in the class, which all the light are being shut, and maybe late afternoon. Late afternoon, we do not allow that. So somebody say, hey, where Sharia never says this is haram. So what you said? No, this is saddu zara'i. Close the door of evil. Evil come from there. Our Muslim, our Malay said, ini door shaitan masuk. Very good term. I like that word. Shaitan masuk. That means if you give any chance for this kind of things, lead to shaitan. Shaitan masuk. So we close. Saddu zara'i means closing the door of shaitan. Zari'a is the open area where something come in. Okay. Yeah, somebody tell me some more. We mentioned this is what we call, not the basic one, sub sources. Sub sources, many actually, there are around 8. I remember when we study fiqh, we study a lot of this, and long term we use. So I mentioned maslaha mursala and istihsan. Istihsan, I didn't give any example, but you just list it down. Maybe later I can give. Number 3 is what? Saddu zara'i, maybe. Saddu zara'i. Who give me number 4? Somebody knows number 4?
Amalan Ahlil Madinah.
Amal Ahlul Medina. That means you are sheikh. You are sheikh. So Amal Ahlul Medina is what is being practiced by the Medina people. Of course, this one only Maliki. Maliki in Africa, in Sudan, usually Amal al-Medina is considered. Amal al-Medina means what is being practiced by the Medina people. But of course, Imam Shafi rejected this one. He said Amal al-Medina is not source. We see if it's okay, we take. If not okay, then we reject. Imam Shafi'i said like that. But Imam Malik said no. If Ahlul Medina, the people of Medina do something, of course, people of Medina, his time, not our time today. Our time, mashallah, the people, their practices is not evidence, not hujjah. Yeah, Amal Ahl Medina. But before Ahl Medina, there is another one, which is, maybe we put Amal Ahl Medina number 5 or 6. But there is number 4, which we call it Urf. Urf. Urf is a custom. Custom is a source of hukum shara'i in case if we cannot find. Urf is what? Something being practiced by the certain people. Okay, certain people. For example, in Malayo in Malaysia, in Malaysia, we want to determine what should be or there is conflict over what we call as mahar. Mahar is a money given to the lady when she get married. Mahar. I think in Malaysia they call mas kawin. So mas kawin, there is no limit, no specific there. So if there is any conflict, so the lady come to the court, say that actually my husband didn't give me enough mahar. How much give? He just give me 5,000. Then the court want to know now, take decision over this. Where go? What is the reference? Reference is a urf. Urf is a custom. So you can say how Malay usually they take the custom. Not only general Malay, but may I go to the family, that family itself. Let's see maybe her sister, her elder sister, how much she got it, or her cousins. Now I am a judge. So I want to determine how much the Muscawin should be. So what is the reference? Reference is a urf. Urf is a custom. Custom is what the people usually do. So I go there and then I determine. Maybe 5,000 is cukup, enough or not enough. When your elder sister got married, how much you got it? Maybe you got 6,000. Okay. Her younger sister got, let us say 7. Okay. Her cousin got 5, or not 5, 6. Okay. So she complained that her husband just give 7. Maybe the judge said that, yes, we follow your sisters, So you please give 6,000, 1 more thousand. Okay. Or you just advise them to go and agree. Agree. Because custom here is not big different here. But if big different, for example, her sister got 10,000, her younger sister got 20,000, but her husband just gave 5,000. Of course, if she didn't complain, then that is the best. I even believe that she is a more barakah. But if she complain and come to the court, then we have no choice but to see the custom, to see the case. So this we call it urf. Urf is a custom of the people in certain area. I give by mahar. Mahar is maybe just example, but there is a lot of things here. Even selling house, also we see that if the person come and complain that actually this person cheat him and buy his house very low because he don't know. Of course, we see the neighboring houses. That is a custom. And so on. So brothers and sisters, I took long time here, but these are the very practical things in our daily life issue. So in the sources, brothers and sisters, sources of hukum shara'i in Islam, we have the basics. Basics are the agreed upon. All ulama agree upon. Number 1, Quran. Number 2, Sunnah. Number 3, Ijma. And then number 4, Ijtihad. Ijtihad is using your own abilities based on, and this is what the Mufti do actually. Mufti do Ijtihad. Or Mufti sometimes go back to see earlier cases and so on. This 4 is the basics. Then we have, besides these 4, sub. Okay, I mentioned Maslaha Mursala. Okay, you can report this and then take it. I didn't mention here. Maslaha Mursala. Istihsan. Istihsan is actually very difficult to define the istihsan. Istihsan also Imam Shafi rejected. Istihsan is the judge change the application of law a little bit because of the case. Because of the case is not totally satisfying the objective of the legislative. I give you example. Brothers and sisters, this is istihsan. Istihsan means the judge change the case a little bit. That means do not follow the rule mentioned by legislator typically because he feels that this case is not satisfying what the objective of the legislator. I give you example just to be make clear. I remember this example given to us when I studied law. In law, legal, what we call the criminal law, they said the killer to be killed. Killer is case. As this we call it qasas. If somebody kill another person intentionally, okay, then we need to kill him also. This is a killer kill. In Islam, we call it qasas. Mentioned by Quran clearly. وَالْجُرُوحُ qasas. Qasas means to do the same thing which is the criminal do. If cut my nose, I cut your nose. If cut my finger, I cut your finger. If pinch my eye, then I pinch your eye. That is, we call it qasas, to do the same. But if I kill, qasas here is to kill also. You will be killed. So this is the law. And law here is very clear, even mentioned by the Quran. But the case earlier, they tell us some cases, this application of this law might not satisfy the objective of the Shari. Shari here is the legislative. Like what? Like a lady go outside. Let us say the lady working here in Kuantan, her house is here, but she has conference, so she go to KL, and then she have 2 sessions today and tomorrow. So she left her husband alone here, and then she go. But the organizers of the conference, of course, this is just my example. Organizers of conference reduce the 2 days to 1 day. So she earlier told her husband that I will be today and tomorrow will be in KL to attend the conference. But the organizers reduce the day. So now she decided to come back. She come back early 1 day. Of course, drive late afternoon. She finish her paper or her conference, and then she drive overnight to come back. When she came back, unfortunately, already late night, around maybe 12 and so on. So when she entered the house, suddenly she discovered that her husband is laying down with another lady. Of course, this is a criminal case, brothers and sisters. So, so what happened? She took, let us say, pistol. She has pistol. So she shoot both of them. Shoot husband and shoot her partner. So now this lady was taken to the court now. So the judge sees the case. if you are the judge, of course, the first thing is, do you kill these two people? She say yes. Next, because the law says killer kill. Killer here is intentionally murder. Intentionally murder. So do you murder these two people? Yes. Second is what? Second is, do you kill them intentionally, not mistaken? She say yes. So now what is the judge? What is the law now? Sisters and brothers. Yes? Somebody knows? If you are the judge, what you should say? Of course, if you follow the law, law is say killer kill. But as you are judge, also you feel, oh, killing this kind of lady who is very provoked by her husband in that moment, do it is satisfying the objective of Sharia or not? So may instead of you say sentence to death, no, you say that sentence for life. Sentence not to kill her, but to send her for life prison, for example. So now you change the law a little bit. You didn't follow typical words of the law. Law here, killer kill. But you say no, because what the law means here, maybe the person is not so much provoked by another person. Okay? Brother and sister, I'm giving this example for istihsan. For istihsan. So fiqh is very big. If we go inside, we never end. But these ideas are very, very important for you to know the sources of legal rules. Sources of legal rules, we have basic one, Quran, Sunnah, Ijma, Ittihad. And then we have partial or not basic one. That are, we said, Maslaha Mursala, Istihsan. Istihsan, I just give example. But this example from my part, don't take it and then go apply. No. Number 3, Istihsan. Number 3, I think Saddu Zaraya, our doctor mentioned. Number 4 is what? Urf. Urf is a custom. There are 8 actually. And our brother mentioned also Amal Ahlul Medina. That is being practice of the Medina people. Do that consider is source? Imam Shafi rejected. But Imam Malik or Maliki people, they took it very seriously and so on. So these are the not agreeable. Is it okay to move a little bit? Yeah. Actually, I need you to interact with me clearly because these are fiqh issues. And fiqh issues without interaction is not sweet, you know. Not sweet. So to make sweet and to make it clear, like our brother mentioned urf, not urf, Saddu Zara'i, okay, Amal al-Medina, then I really know that your level of knowledge and at the same time also you are sharing me to do. So don't keep yourself behind the camera and then keep quiet. No, our session here is to know the basics. So later we go and apply. So I'm trying to mention this conceptual framework for you is very, very useful and very important, especially concept of fiqh. Concept of fiqh. Okay, and then number 4, maqasid sharia, also very important for you to understand this because finally, regardless your area, you are going to consider these issues in your practical profession, especially for the medicine, even for the natural science also very important because today we deal with natural resources, so we need to know. So fiqh is very clear. 2 points are very important, legal rules and number 2 is the sources. Okay, what are the legal rules? We know legal rules are 5. Resources, 4 are basics. Sometimes the people remove also ittihad, so they say they are three because ittihad is personal, they say. Ittihad bil-ra'i. So they remove, but I put them there four here. Then besides these four, we have others like maslaha mursala, like istihsan, like urf, like saddu zarai, and so on. I go to usul fiqh. Actually, our sister notified me that I get stuck, but true, I get stuck here because I want to summarize the basic ideas or the big ideas in very short. If I want to make it detailed, then I make it different slide. For example, wajib, mandub, mubah, different slide. I have actually down there, you can see. So go to usul fiqh. Usul fiqh is the guiding principles in the process of deducing the legal rules. Okay. When we deduce the legal rules, we not do it haphazardly. No. We have guiding principles. And these guiding principles, we call it usul fiqh. That is a principle of the fiqh itself. Okay. To practice hukum shara'i is not haphazard. No. You need to follow guidelines. For example, sources. Sources now, I have here Quran, Sunnah, Ijma, and Ijtihad. So which one should be first? Okay. All the ulama, they believe that Quran should be first. We go to Quran first. So we cannot find, then we go to Sunnah and so on. So who makes this categorization or this classification is the usul fiqh. Usul fiqh said, if you want to do ijtihad, you should go to Quran first. Don't go to do your own ijtihad before you go to Sunnah. Before you go to Quran, Sunnah, and Ijma. Okay? If you want to look for Ijma, no, you must go to Sunnah and Quran first, and so on. So this kind of things are important. Usul fiqh or principle of fiqh also bringing what we call the language matters. Language. For example, if Quran said do here we call amr. Okay. So amr in the Quran means wajib. Imam Shafi. Actually, usul fiqh was being established by Imam Shafi radiallahu anhu. Then after him, the people developed it. But the principles of usul fiqh, the principles of fiqh was being set by Imam Shafi'i. So Imam Shafi'i give us how we conduct the process of fiqh. So that we call usul fiqh. Of course, if we go deeper, here is a lot of issues to be said. But I'm saying right now, example of arranging the what we call sources. Okay. Top Quran, then Sunnah, then go Ijma, then finally go to do Ijtihad. So this is the right way which we do. But if you started by Ijtihad, then we consider no, it is wrong. Okay. Why? Because you do Ijtihad and then finally Quran bring a different rule than what you concluded. So in that case, your rule here is not taken. We take the Quran. Maqasid al-Sharia. This term actually now is very familiar, and I'm sure you know them. Maqasid Sharia. I said here the principal objectives should be, not principles. No, principal objectives. Principal objectives. Or final objectives. Okay, final objectives of legislation. Legislation here means do, don't do. Do, don't do. Okay, permission system. Why Islam? Of course, this is at the level of what we call as high philosophy of the law itself. That means you say why Islam bring us haram halal system. Let us just be free. Free, yes. I do, it's up to me. Don't do also up to me. Why bring the law? And this we call it maqasid sharia. Sharia is a law. Okay, what is the objective? Objective is of the law is what? Somebody maybe tell me, I already mentioned above there. Why sharia is there? What is the objective of sharia? Yeah, I already mentioned above there.
Preserve self, preserve money,
Thank you
preserve.
very much. I think Sister Sana, you are following very well. So objective is finally just to preserve our maslaha. Our maslaha. Maslaha here is our interest. God has no interest to bring the halal haram. No. It is our own interest as human being and also as creature of God. So the final objective of Sharia, we call it maqsad, maqasid Sharia. Maqasid is a plural. Number one is maqsad. So what are the objectives, final objective of Sharia? If we make it one, just one, what is the maqsad? The basic objective of Sharia, our sister Sana mentioned, that is to preserve maslaha or to protect the maslaha of the creatures. Maslaha. Then ulama like Imam Shatibi, they underline the maslaha. Before Shatibi, then we have like Imam Ghazali and also his teacher Imam Juwaini. Then they discuss the maslaha. Actually, the real topic of maqasid is the maslaha. Maslaha. Why? Because they want to know what are the maslaha which Islam want to protect. Then they come say maslaha is two types. Maslaha is two types. Number one, considerable one, that is the Sharia approve it, maslaha. And number two is not considerate. They call it maslaha mu'tabara or maslaha ghair mu'tabara. Ghair mu'tabara is not considerate and mu'tabara is considerate. So considerate here is a maslaha which is approved by Sharia. Not considerate, not approved. For example, I steal your car, it's maslaha to me because I will own the car. Or I steal your smartphone or your laptop. Yes, this is maslaha to me. I will own the this device in without paying any money without. So that is maslaha. But the Muslim, what Islam comes say, no, this is maslaha ghair mu'tabara. That is not considerable, not approved. Any maslaha not approved. Stealing to own is not approved. So it is maslaha ghair mu'tabar. This is number two. Number one is what? Maslaha mu'tabara. Actually, you need to take this forever, for your life, as your career in the Muslim or in the Muslim world. Then you need to take this very carefully. So maslaha, actually this is our ulama now coming from the top. Top here is why Sharia is there? Why halal haram is there? The answer is our sister Sana mentioned that it is to protect human interest. Then they put what is a human interest? What is the maslaha of the human being? Then two types of maslaha. Maslaha mu'tabara and maslaha ghair mu'tabara. That is considerable and disconsiderable. Considerable is approved one, and then not considerate is disapproved. Like stealing to own. Like what actually Israel trying to do right now. Okay, to occupy the lands of others. That is maslaha for Yahudi people, but also not maslaha to people here. Killing the others to take their properties. Ini maslaha ghair mu'tabara. It is maslaha, yes. Maslaha for personal one, but it is very great harmful to others. So ini maslaha ghair mu'tabara. And then reject it. This one is not considered. So right now, maslaha mu'tabara, maslaha considerate and disconsiderate. So these are the two maslaha. Then ulama go, actually you can create chart to discuss about the maslaha because very, very important. And usually you study Maqasid Sharia and the people talk about this. But sometimes they do their own ijtihad, but I believe that they don't have the background where the Muslim ulama developed the idea of Maqasid Sharia Islam. No, they go just to the some parts only. They discuss and focus some parts. But the principal idea is not so much clear for them. So I am trying to give you the basics. So the maslaha in Islam or Sharia in Islam is necessary to protect human maslaha. Okay. So maslaha for the human being is two. Maslaha mu'tabara, maslaha غير mu'tabara. Considerable one. Consider here means that is Sharia approve it. Not considerable is Sharia didn't approve it. I give already example. But they go focus more about the maslaha mu'tabara. So what is a maslaha mu'tabara? They say actually masalih mu'tabara, considerable, could be categorized into three basic categories. Actually, if you follow me carefully, you can create these three categories, and then you write them down. Okay? Three categories, I said. So you just write three. When I say three, that means later I know what are these three. Maybe you contact me after this class also can. What I mean is numbering. Numbering is very good to guide our mind. So right now I said three maslaha. Maslaha is divided into three basics. And this maslaha, they try to put from the most important to less important. Most important, that means some kind of hierarchy is there, top down. So top maslaha, the ulama, they give the name of necessities, daruriyat, they call it, daruriyat, maslaha daruriyah. Maslaha daruriyah. That is necessity. Then below daruri, who knows, I think now I already give the key. Who knows the second? After daruri? Huh?
Hajat.
Yeah, haji. Not necessary, but needed one. Haji. If one hajiyat. Or hajiyat is below the necessities. Okay. But also is still needed. I will come and mention what are these necessities. I think you already know. But ulama categorize them also. The necessities, they make it around 5 or 6. 5, they call 5. Okay. But let me mention the three first, and then I go back to the daruri and haji. Who knows the third one? Lower than haji. Need here is a haji. I need, but not so much. For example, to own car is needed. Like your case, maybe to own the smartphone is, our time is needed, but not necessary to get it. Not so necessary. Maybe I live without having a smartphone. I'm sure earlier we don't have smartphones, so our life is running smoothly. But today almost turned it to be a necessity, you know. The day which you forgot your phone at home, then your mind cannot work anymore. Who knows number 3? Baraza Radin,
Tahsiniyat.
Yeah, tahsini. Tahsini, that means something which make our life more beautiful only. Just like you have two phones, one of them is smart, the second one is not smart. So to have phone is today almost haji because you need to do a lot of things. But to have smart, it's maybe haji. Or maybe, of course, sometimes smartphone now became even like daruri. But to give another example. For example, you drive, I am driving now, what you call? The car made by what you call? My car is, what you call, what's the name of my car? Avanza. I'm driving Avanza. But may you drive, mashallah, BMW, which is what you call electric. So the price is almost 4-5 times of my car. So my car, maybe you consider it is haji. Yes, you have something to drive. But to drive the best car is tahsini, we call it. Something which make our life more beautiful. This is, we call it maybe complementary. And it is still halal as far as you are using within Islamic principles. Okay, when I go to masjid, usually I see some of our lecturers, mashallah, bringing very luxurious cars. But I believe that the best, this is a person who driving very good car, but he still go to masjid, drive to masjid. Okay, so that is the best. But if you just show off to tell me that my car is better than you, then maybe turn to be haram also. Because show off itself is haram. Okay, so tahsini, if you driving very luxurious cars according to Islamic guidelines, or not car, but maybe house. You can live normal house, but you build palace, mashallah, luxurious one. Not for show off, but to live comfortably before you go to akhirat. Okay, so this we call it tahsini. So brothers and sisters, Muslim ulama divided the maslaha mu'tabara into 3 categories. Category number 1, daruriyat. Category number 2, hajiyat. Category number 3, tahsiniyat. We explain these terms and then give examples. Daruriyat here is necessities, something necessary. You are unable to survive without it. And ulama, they put 5 here. I will mention. Necessities are 5 according to the ulama. Number 1, the top necessity according to them is a religion actually. Religion is a top necessary, they say. Okay. This is number 1. Number 2, who knows number 2? Who knows number 2?
Hajia.
Huh?
Hajia. Needy.
Yeah, that is, I now focusing on the daruriyat itself. Daruriyat are 5. Yeah, number 2 is, because we categorize in 3, so daruri, hajiyat, and tahsiniyat. But now I come back to focus only on the daruri. Daruri are 5. So daruri number 1 is religion. What is daruri number 2?
Life.
Life, yes. Life. Okay. So number 2 is life. In practice, religion should be the first, or life should be first. Why ulama put religion first? Why religion is the top? Yeah, maybe you cannot detect the idea, but I will give. Because Muslim believe that to protect religion is the top. Why? Because we can die. See, the life which we have, we can pay for our religion. This is exactly what is going in Gaza and in Iran now. The people want to die to protect their religion. So to die here, you have 2 things. Do I should survive, or my religion should survive? Then ulama say, no, you should die so to protect your religion. You protect your religion. And this is what we call jihad now. Jihad is to go and protect your religion even though you jeopardize your life. That is why they put religion first. Religion in the top, in the daruriyah. Protection of the religion, top. Number 2, protection of life. Who knows number 3? Number 3? Actually, they are in hierarchy. Hierarchy means top down. The top one is the religion. Protection of the religion. Another second top is a life. Protection of the human life. Who knows the top number 3?
Intellect.
Huh?
Akal.
Aql, yes, mind. To protect the mind. Okay? To protect the mind is a number 3. Number 4, who knows number 4?
Lineage.
Lineage, yes. Lineage means what? Lineage means reproductivity. Some ulama say lineage means maybe cucu and so on in Malay term. No, lineage here means reproductivity must continue. Must continue. Okay? That means if all the new generation like you decided that I want to marry, but I don't want to care the kids. Okay? Then ulama come and say, no, this is against the Sharia, against the Sharia. Or may you say that I don't want to marry, I want to lead my life, free life. Free life here is what they call in Islam, we call as zina, zina. That means I want just satisfy my sexual needs, but I don't want to marry. Then we call say haram. And that is actually the most focused issue about the zina is haram because zina usually stops this project, this objective. The objective of lineage. Lineage here is reproductivity must continue. In halal way, of course. In halal way, we marry and then we product. And that's why Muslim communities are very reproductive, you know, because the principle of Islam guide our life. Okay. Firstly, we forbidden the zina. Secondly, we encourage the people young like you to marry. Okay. If you possible to marry and get kids, you know. Yeah, before you die, you should have some kids and so on. So this is, we call it lineage. Lineage. It's this is number what? Number 4, correct? Yeah, number 4. Actually, this one is very, very good when you are doing practice. I have some cases in the scenario cases brought by the medical doctors and last discussion. Some of them are here, but sometimes contradiction happen between 1 and 2. For example, I want to preserve lineage. A pregnant lady, there are some difficulties to rescue both the mother and the baby. Okay. So as a medical doctor, priority go where? Priority is the rescue of the mother or rescue of the baby. Okay. Of course, you can bring these principles. You see, lineage is number 4, but to preserve life is number 2. Number 2 after religion. So mother's life is already confirmed and she is there. So we need to rescue her first. So if I have no choice but to let one of them die, then I, as a medical doctor, may I decide to let the baby die. Maybe you need to give some medicine to the mother, but this medicine will affect the baby. The pregnant lady will make the baby die. But if I didn't give medicine to the mother, mother herself will die. So what I should do? No, I give the medicine even though this medicine will lead to the death of the baby because rescue of the mother here is priority. Why? Mother is preservation of the life, number 2, but preservation of the baby is almost number 4. A baby also life, but this is unconfirmed life yet. Okay, or the process of the complete life come after birth. So what I mean is, these are the principles which guide your practices as a medical doctor. Okay, these are the principles. Number 5, who knows number 5? Necessities, I took. Huh?
Well,
Necessities. Necessity number 1, religion. Necessity or maslaha number 1, religion. That is the Sharia aim to protect. Number 2, life. Sharia aim to protect. Number 3, mind. Sharia aim to protect. Number 4 is lineage. Lineage, some people interpret in different way. But lineage, according to the Sharia or according to the Islamic perspective, here is a reproductivity. Who knows number 5?
Money.
Property.
Yeah, money. Money. What is the term used by ulama? Or what? Huh?
Wealth.
Yeah, wealth. Wealth. Wealth, of course, money is correct. Money, but also include whatever we own, like land, like house, like car, like money in bank. All these are included. So the wealth, property is called property. Property, whatever I own. This property must be owned in halal way and spend it in halal way as the same time. And that is why it is very protected. Very protected by the Sharia. So the maslaha number 5 is a protection of wealth or protection of property. Property, whatever I own, is protected area. So if I want to steal your money, then haram for me, and at the same time, maybe they apply law to me. So brothers and sisters, these are the 5 necessities. And usually when you study the maqasid, the ulama focus on these 5. And these are under one category. Who knows under which category? We have 3 categories. These 5, protection of life.
ضروريات. ضروريات.
Thank you very much. Daruriyat. Daruriyat is, we call it necessities. Actually, I conduct some research in the concept of the necessities comparatively with the conventional. We have Abraham Maslow. Abraham Maslow is one of the great philosophers of the administration, and he wrote the basic reference of what they call today as need theory. Need theory. I'm sure if you write in your Google right now, you get. So the needs, according to the convention law, they have around 3 basics, and then they do. So I make comparison between Abraham Maslow and also Shatibi. Shatibi, based on the maqasid. It's very interesting. Islamic one is very great and more higher and more better. But of course, we should not say the conventional one is bad. No, because conventional one is addressing different issues. So we can combine them so we can get the full view also. So after this class, maybe you go and do, because firstly, you are doing it as Muslim person. Second, you do it as also professional in medical areas. So later you are applying your professionalism based on the Islamic Sharia guidance, Sharia maqasid Sharia. So brothers and sisters, due to the factor of the time is there, and this picture is very big. If you want to discuss all this is so detailed one, then maybe the whole semester is not enough. But we just focus on the basics so you are able to get. So number 1, Sharia. Number 2, fiqh. Number 3, usul fiqh. Number 4, maqasid. I think I give some details here, but still, if you have any question, you can raise right now or after class. I am very open person. My office here in Kuliah of Science, I am there. That is my academic office. But I also have administration office in one student center here, one stop student center. I have, and now I am conducting this talk from one stop student center, that is OSC. So anytime you see me, brothers can see me also in the masjid. You can ask these questions. Don't just take this course as compulsory and finish. No, you take it for learning for future. I think some of you already very talent, and already they have very good, it's not all you have talent, but some of you already have good background on this. So don't let it just go. No, you develop them. Me and Prof Ashi, we are here, and we are reference for both student and lecturer as well. So our time is yours. Anytime you need, then come. Number 5, halal haram system, I already mentioned. Makruh and mubah and so on. So I already mentioned. I just go here. Yeah, these are the categories. I make it very clear here. Wajib, mandub, mubah, makruh. Makruh and haram. If I want to test you, makruh is 2 types. What are they? Based on the Imam Abu Hanifa madhab. Shafi is just one. Shafi, Malik, Abu Hanifa, Malik and Ahmad ibn Hanbal, the 3 mazhab, makruh is just one. But Imam Abu Hanifa, Hanbali, or Hanafi madhab, they have 2 makruh, or 2 levels of makruh. Who knows? Who knows them? I already mentioned.
مكروه حرام مكروه
Yeah, makruh tahriman. Tahriman. That is almost going to be haram. That is go down. Go down.
yeah.
The second one?
The second one which is not haram.
Yeah, but the term we use, you are correct. We call it makruh tanzihan. Tanzih.
Yeah,
Tanzih is just to avoid.
تنزيها
To
غير
avoid.
محبذ.
Tanzihan. Like example I
Yeah,
give. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
but it have a punishment. But it have a punishment.
yeah, something which is bringing some bad things into the people, to other people. Personally, I like it. But and the ulama earlier usually give eating onion, eating onion, and they'll go to masjid. Because when you say Allahu Akbar, then everybody close the nose. And that is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
we avoid this. Of course, this is just example, but in our time, Sister Al-Hilal maybe. Yeah. I
yeah,
think,
أسيل
yeah,
الحلو.
Asil, huh? Asil
Yeah,
Al-Hilal?
أسيل الحلو. Yeah.
Al-Hilu or Hilo?
Yeah,
Asil.
I contact you before this time, Dr. Ibrahim.
Oh,
Nice to
so
meet
because my mind is, not memorizing the people, but I think Asil, you have contact with me. So nice. Uh, so this is
Thank you.
makruh tahriman and makruh tanzihan. Ulama, they give these terminologies, but the idea is one of them is almost going to be haram, and the second is almost going to be mubah, go up. Okay. This is modes of Islamic moral system. Actually, this is very big, and then I worry we are unable to explain all this, but I just be indicate. Metaphysical foundation we have there, and then epistemological, the knowledge one, and then ethical foundation. Maybe ethical foundation here we say knowledge and free will of man establish his moral commitment. Okay. That means as far Allah give us free will, then we must be accountable. And that is the basis of moral value. And the first thing is, you remember, when God created Adam alayhi salam, the first test, moral test, was, who remembers the first moral test for Adam alayhi salam and his wife Hawa? This, of course, need deep knowledge of the Quranic terminology. Yes, Sister Asil, what the first test, moral test, I mean. Moral test means what? You have freedom, free will. So give you option to do or not to do. And that is a moral test. Just like you are going out, so you give your son freedom, okay, to enter or not to enter. To say that, please don't enter this room. Now,
Yeah.
you give already order, but the child the freedom to follow your order or not to follow. So this is, we call it the ethical commitment now. So what was the first commitment Allah gave to Adam?
Don't eat from this tree.
Yeah. Actually, not eat. Actually, this is what we say, don't eat. But in fact, what Quran says, don't approach. لا تقربا هذه الشجرة.
Yeah.
لا تقربا means don't
Yeah.
approach. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
they approach it or didn't approach? Yes.
Approach.
Do Adam and Hawa approach the tree or didn't approach? Or may we say that do they pass the test or they fail the test?
No, fail.
Yeah, they fail.
Fail.
That means
We
what they
are
do.
we are already in the plan. No, we are not in
Again?
Jannah.
Yeah, that is we. But Adam himself is fail the test or not?
Fail.
Or yeah, fail the test. And that's why you said that we are not in Jannah. Yeah, Allah, we blame our mother now, our
Yeah.
father. Yeah. That means ethically, he has the freedom not to approach, but he approached it. So he was being sent out from the, kick it out from the,
Yeah.
from, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yes, true. Unfortunately, now we can go back except by doing good things. By doing, to go back to our situation, to go to paradise again. How you go to paradise again today?
العمل الصالح.
Yeah, Amal Saleh, true. I think you have very good background. So today, to go back to paradise is not free. You must do good things. You have to do Amal Saleh. Who determine Amal Saleh is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is the concept of do this, don't do that. That is the idea of halal and haram. So our father lost the paradise because he never listened to Adam alayhi salam, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah said, don't approach, but they approach it. And Quran give actually some reasons, just to excuse Adam. He was being tempted by shaitan. Quran said like that. Okay. But of course, Adam regretted and then he rebelled to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So on. Actually, story in Quran is very great and very good. So if I have any chance to explain this in more detail for you, just to know the reality or what we call the philosophy of ethics in Islam. Okay. So you able to control yourself more better if you know the philosophical background, philosophical ethical foundations of moral values, then you are able to control yourself more better because ourself is tempted by shaitan always to do things which we ourselves know that it is not good, but we do because ourselves like it. Ourselves like it. Okay, for example, this class, it is set by what do you call? Center for Postgraduate Studies, CPS. It is make it compulsory for the all postgraduate to attend. But ourselves maybe don't like it, don't like it. Not only this, but many things. Many things we don't like to do. And so on. I just leave this because time is almost going to finish now. This is maybe Islamic moral system overview. This is very important. I used to teach this one to postgraduate student of Kulia of Science. And this is actually whole semester. Whole semester I just teach this short, So we have 3 categories I just mentioned very generally. Number 1 is a research misconduct ethics, which is very important. And if I have chance to see you, then I just focus number 1 because you are postgraduate now, you are junior researchers. And this one also very important also for the lecturers. Okay. Yeah, so we need to know the misconduct in research. Number 2 is the clinical and medical research ethics. This one is very important for the medical basis, medical professionals. We mentioned here also research involving human subject and also animal subject. Each one is full semester. Okay, bioethics is number 3. And this one also very important. The issues which I mentioned about the organ transplantation and all this come here. So I think that is all. Time is almost finished. So here I think this is the last slide. I should put last slide by thanks, but I forgot since. So I give you maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes left. Alhamdulillah, many of you involved in discussion. So I think the others also may be clear for me. Maybe they are already knows. In case if you have any question, you can pose. Or our sister Jihan, who is dedicating herself to organize this session every year, I think very well done. If you have any question or any housekeeping announcement, you can do it. Yes, any question, anything? Okay, so if there is no question,
Hello, Prof.
yes.
Prof, can we get the slides?
Yeah, it's like actually usually I submit to Sister Jan. If you have technique to take directly from my presentation, also can. But I will send to Sister Jan. Okay.
Thank you, Prof.
Yeah, Sister Jan. So Sister Jan, maybe disturb for you. You study this one last slide because I don't have time to explain. Last slide and the slide which I earlier focus on is this one. This one. Slide page number 4. Actually, this is full course of the IRK courses, Islamic Review Knowledge. Here, should be the focus because the concept we mentioned here are very practical and very important. And then the last one, this one, number 7, very important. This is full course. Actually, I teach postgraduate student of College of Science. Now, because they develop what they call unified course, so we exempted them. But otherwise, I teach them this course. It was a course, actually, 3 credit hours course. So I teach them the fall semester, and then they go through assessment, including final test, final exam test. You used to do so almost no less than 15 years. We do the same, but we stop in the last few years. Why? Because this unified course is being developed for all PG students here in the campus, so that one is not necessary. But in case if I find any time to elaborate on this, then I can do, I can do it very general, so you are able to follow. Yes, brother Suresh, that name here appeared to me. Then it's okay. I will, Sister Jihan, if you are around, then let me just send maybe this to you, so you are able to distribute.
Yeah, Doctor.
Yeah. Any other thing? Because time already finished. Okay, if no question, then I stop there. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصلوا بالحق وتواصلوا بالصبر. Actually, there is a lot.
Assalamualaikum.
Yeah, I didn't open. I'm not quite sure do there is any question in chat here. But in case if there is, and Sister Jihan, maybe you send